Hey guys, what's going on? This is another episode of Mean or Meme where I break down the team I've been using and analyzing for all you guys to understand and for me to learn the team a little bit better. Today we've completed our PODFORCE team. For people that don't understand about the PODFORCE, it's basically the team during the Mewtwo event. We absolutely destroyed Mewtwo using 4 Golisopods, and that is where the PODFORCE team gave birth, basically. If you guys are interested in joining the PODFORCE, catch me on twitch.tv/ppm15 every Friday starting at 7 PM London time. Before I start breaking down the team, the question of the day is, what's your opinion on Golisopod? I think Golisopod's stats are absolutely insane. He's got very high base defense, very high special defense, and a pretty good HP pool alongside his physical attack stat as well. He's very strong in the back as well, with 2 Pokemon remaining, as emergency exit doesn't proc then. However, Weezing allows it to Dynamax and puts it in another stage on its own where you can actually lead with it, and it's really strong as it tanks through basically everything, and also very good against common Trick Room abusers and doing crazy amounts of damage. And however, also emergency exit is also quite good for recycling intimidates and also just stalling out people's Pokemon and refreshing any stats that stat debuffs that it got during the time it was on the field too, which is a very useful thing sometimes in some occasions. The team had a few iterations. The first iteration had a lot of weird testing shenanigans using Tailwind and Trick Room cores using Noivern, as it's faster than Whimsicott with neutralizing gas. Also Gourgeist for some grass coverage. However, the B Sharp was kind of useless as Intimidate was not a problem with Weezing. What I did notice with Golisopod plus Weezing core was actually insane against Hatterene plus Indeedee Trick Room, as first impressions has an 80% chance to OHKO Indeedee and you can taunt the Hatterene afterwards. Also, it was very strong against all the colossal teams running around, so that signifies how strong the Golisopod plus Weezing core actually was. The second iteration, we had some input from our boy Tense Beast from the Discord. If you guys are interested in helping us team build in the future and theorycraft, make sure to join the Discord link in the description below. His variant utilizes a Trick Room core with Golisopod and Rhyperior. They cover for each other's weaknesses quite well. However, having them switch in for each other is not ideal because you want to be taking minimal damage as possible on your win condition, and overall I felt it was really awkward to maneuver with Rhyperior and Golisopod. However, the Incineroar is great for Durant, and having Intimidate is also really good with the emergency exit to cycle it through. And the Rotom was hit or miss. It was really good sometimes and it was really bad another time, but we'll keep on working with that. In this third iterations, I've been seeing on High Ladder on Showdown people utilizing a Tailwind Corviknight with Extra, spamming Earthquakes, doing crazy damage. So I tried to incorporate this into the team, as Corviknight is already a great switch in for Weezing. However, I placed the Extra Drill for a Seismitoad, as it's really good in the back with Swift Swim after setting Rain with Golisopod if he leads and Dynamaxes. I eventually switched the Toad to a special set, as it has, in my opinion, a better special move set and OHKO's non-AV Duraludon. I keep the Toxtricity as it is in general mode as every single Togekiss, but only countered by specifically defensive variants running Yawn, as GMAX Toxtricity can't set electric terrain, leading this variant weak to Sleep Powders and Yawn. However, is really quite strong at this point, very strong. However, we're still missing that one Pokemon, I believe. The fourth and the last variant runs actually Weakness Policy on Golisopod and AV on Goodra, because trying out Weakness Policy on Goodra was good, but any physical Dragon Pokemon looking at you, Dragapult, usually destroys and OHKOs Goodra quickly, even through Dynamax. And this provides Golisopod a better answer to Tyranitar and Togekiss, as they outspeed and usually hits him for super effective against the pod, and the additional damage when it procs the Weakness Policy allows you to OHKO them when Dynamax, because everyone's trying to make Golisopod emergency exit, so that he just attacks, everyone just attacks into Golisopod not knowing about the Weakness Policy. I took Protect out on Incineroar for Parting Shot, as I prefer having a free switch in into Seismitoad or Goodra, as it's more preferable for Incineroar than having extra survivability against a Dynamax attack, I think. And the last Pokemon that we replaced was Toxtricity for Goodra, so we can have a bulky person that can set electric terrain with max lightning, allowing our Sleep Powder and Sleep matchups to be a little bit better, especially for Venusaur, which is everywhere around the meta, and it's a great switch in for Seismitoad for any grass type moves with Sap Sipper, which is a really great inclusion and really rounds off the team quite well, I think. Here's our final results. We're running a Golisopod with Weakness Policy, Ability Emergency Exit because it already gets Emergency Exit, 252 HP, 252 attack, and 4 special defense. Adamant Nature with the moveset Leech Life, First Impression, Sucker Punch, and Liquidation. The item choice is still up in the air. Weakness Policy, Assault Vest, Expert Belt, Life Orb are all very strong choices. Even Silver Powder, I think that boosts bug type moves by 10%, is also a very good choice as well. I ended up using Weakness Policy is because actually everyone is targeting Golisopod trying to proc its emergency exit, but end up not knowing that neutralizing gas stops the pod from emergency exiting, which is really good. So Weakness Policy is very likely to proc and allows you to OHKO basically everything with that Creasy base 90 attack physical damage stat, and also tank through everything very well with that insane 140 base defense and 90 base special defense. Also bear in mind, emergency exit isn't because Golisopod is scared or anything, he's just giving the enemy a chance. Hell yeah. Regular max HP and attack EV investments to tank and dish as much damage as possible. First Impressions with a Weezing lead against Hatterene plus Indeedee has an 80% chance to OHKO Indeedee. As Psychic Terrain is nullified from the gas, then your Weezing can taunt the Hatterene. However, I usually just Dazzling Gleam as some Indeedees has moved to Psychic Seed, but others are still running Focus Sash. And stopping Trick Room isn't that important as Golisopod can tank through any Trick Room abusers quite well, and also Golisopod is quite slow anyway. Leech Life plus Liquidation is for strong stabs. After First Impressions, you can't use it after the first turn. So Leech Life gives Golisopod a chance to pull on his best Conkeldurr impression, winning a lot of late game matchups. Sucker Punch gives you the access to Max Darkness and a way to destroy Dragapults with a slim chance of OHKOing some variants too. Weezing Galar with the Air Balloon with the ability Neutralizing Gas, 252 HP, 60 defense, 4 special attack, 152, 6 special defense, and 36 speed. Bold Nature, 0 attack IVs, and the moveset Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Protect, and Dazzling Gleam. Our PODFORCE partner in crime, this guy allows for the Golisopod to be able a potential lead as a Neutralizing Gas, neutralizes the emergency exit, and you can switch out Weezing after pod is 50% HP or under to conserve it for any potential late game matchups against Conkeldurr. If you guys didn't know, if the Golisopod becomes 50% HP or less, it just doesn't proc anymore. The emergency exit doesn't proc no longer. The 60 defense is to survive 2 hits from extra or any steel type or ground type moves to hit this guy when Air Balloon is down, and the rest is dumped into special defense to survive Duraludon and any special threats. 36 speed is to outspeed most Incineroars as Weezing is rocking the same base speed as it. I personally believe this is the best support moveset for Weezing. Dazzling Gleam is my choice of attack as it breaks both Sash and Strange Steam can miss and it only attacks single target. Will-O-Wisp to neuter its physical threats against Golisopod. Also, you can burn Conkeldurr easily and safely as gas won't proc, and some Conkeldurrs are using the new cool setup with Iron Fist Life Orb. Taunt is for Trick Room matchups. Even though Golisopod is slow, it's still beneficial to taunt the Trick Room against hard Trick Room teams. However, if they're like a hybrid Trick Room team with middling speed tiers, you can consider not taunting. Corviknight with Lumberry, ability Mirror Armor, 244 HP, 84 attack, 12 defense, 4 special defense, and 164 speed. Adamant Nature with the moveset Iron Head, Brave Bird, Taunt, and Tailwind. This little guy is slowly becoming my favorite inclusion to most of my teams, as if you haven't seen my Corviknight videos, he's a very underrated Pokemon that is so versatile as well. This variant is running Tailwind plus Taunt to have established speed control with the option to Dynamax early to gain max Steel Spikes and max Airstream boost. 164 is to outspeed Dragapult and speed creep other Tailwind Corviknights, running 156 speed. max HP and rest in the attack to get the most out of this boy. Seismitoad with Life Orb with ability Swift Swim, 4 HP, 252 special attack, 252 speed. Modest Nature, 0 attack IVs with the moveset Earth Power, Hydro Pump, Sludge Bomb, and Protect. The blue Power Ranger, I love the Toad. You can lead him with Corviknight and early Dynamax like sweep with him, or scout out for a grass move and switch into Goodra. It can also work in the back if you lead with Golisopod and Weezing, and which usually sets up Rain with Max Geyser, and Toad proceeds to clean up the remaining Pokemon. Also is a great switch in for Corviknight. The moveset and EV spread is just a typical special Toad with Life Orb, allowing it to win the Life Orb Duraludon matchup. Incineroar with Aguave Berry, ability Intimidate, 236 HP, 236 special defense, and 36 speed, with the Careful Nature, moveset of Fake Out, Snarl, Protect, and Flare Blitz. With all the Defiant / competitive Pokemon in the meta, this guy just doesn't get much of an appearance at the moment, hence also losing its placing as second most used Pokemon. However, it's a very good Pokemon to just slap onto any team with its utility of stalling out opposing Dynamaxes or speed control with Fake Out. It intimidates and snarls whilst being a good Ferrothorn / Duraludon check, just your standard Incineroar set. Lastly, we have Goodra with Assault Vest, ability Sap Sipper, 196 HP, 76 defense, 180 special attack, 4 special defense, and 52 speed. Modest Nature, 0 attack IVs, and the moveset Hydro Pump, Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, and Dragon Pulse. Goodra rounds out the team extremely well as it stops Venusaur and Sleep from Yawn with Max Lightning and Sap Sipper, as otherwise this team struggles really hard against teams that puts your team asleep. 52 speed allows you to outspeed Dragapult on the Tailwind, the rest is for bulk and offense, allowing it to survive most physical threats. Moveset wise is your typical set with the inclusion of Hydro Pump to set Rain with Max Geisha for our Toad to rock in the back. Typical leads for this team is Weezing plus Golisopod against hard Trick Room teams, Sun teams, and the go-to when you have no idea what your opposing team does. Mean versus mean, Golisopod always wins. It's strong against Trick Room as Indeedee gets 80% chance O-code from first impression, and Weezing can taunt the Hatterene. Against no redirection, you can just taunt and first impressions, and they'll be in a tricky situation of deciding what to do in the next turn, as they took too much damage from first impressions to Dynamax and whatnot. Another lead option is Corviknight plus Seismitoad or Goodra. This allows you to Tailwind and start chunking everyone down, or you can scout out with Seismitoad if you're unsure and switch in to Goodra to take any grass type move or sleep powders or any potential yawns. Also, Corviknight has an option to Dynamax really early and just give your partner a Airstream boost or a Max Steel Spike boost whilst KOing the enemy's threats as well. Another lead is Golisopod plus Corviknight. If you're unsure of your matchup, leading this will allow you to scout out for who has the better matchup and switch out depending on who has the better matchup, e.g. Corviknight switch out for a Weezing if the pod has a good matchup, switch out Golisopod or Sack if Corviknight plus the rest of the team has a good matchup. With all that said, let's jump into the action, boys. I hate standard teams the most. You know, I think I'm just gonna go with Weezing Golisopod. That mode is pretty strong. Yeah, we go with a Goodra as well. And a Toad at the back, I think, has a really strong matchup. I actually haven't bring Incineroar that much, actually. I might... What do you think is a... I don't know if the Incineroar is that good. Maybe I'm just playing it wrong. Like... But I feel that Incineroar is not that good. I have not brought it in this whole session. Or once. So... I don't know what you guys think about that. Did you get kicked out, dude? Did you get kicked out also? Yo, what's up, snoozing slowpoke? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. If you got a rental code or anything for me to use, give me a shout, man. We're gonna go for a max Geyser onto the Togekiss, and then it should explode that guy. And we're gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam. Or, yeah, we're gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam then. I think he's gonna target the Golisopod. I think he's gonna Dynamax his Togekiss here. It just looks so juicy, right? No, he did Dynamax his Dragapult. Also, how's your day, man, Mr. Slipper? Just got out. Well, oh, you got a code for me? Nice, suit, man. And also a really fun Noctowl singles team. I'll take. I don't really play singles, so I'll take the doubles team code if it's got something cool in it. Okay, let's see if he doubles up. Life Orb. Air Balloon. This should kill the Togekiss. But I don't trade the Dynamax that easily though, unfortunately. Maybe I should have targeted the Dragapult. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Thank you, man. What's in the team, man? Let's go with Max Darkness here. Maybe he low rolls on the Dragapult and I absolutely kill him. We're gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp on the extra drill, I think. Let's see. Another Airstream, okay. Low roll, low roll, low roll. Survive on 1 HP. Oh boy! He survived, dude. He survived. Okay, let's see what this extra drill does. I think he goes for Sword Dancer. High horsepower. It survives that easily, boys. Horsepower usually means that the extra drill isn't yeah, it's seemingly like the extra drill is, I think it's weakness pulses, but I could be mistaken. But we got that burn off, which is great. I think this pod is gonna explode here. Oh damn! What we could do is switch out into the. Well, let's see if we can get a max Flutterby off. If we get a max Flutterby off, then it'll be really good. And we can actually conserve our Weezing here actually, because of neutralizing gas. Because he didn't bring Tyranitar at the back, so he's gonna be wondering, where's my Levitate on my Rotom? Nani? What if GMAX Corviknight set it up Tailwind as his GMAX move? I think it might have been better than the original. Dude, if GMAX Corviknight set up Tailwind for your to put it into perspective, Tailwind is +2 speed, right? So if it's +2 speed, that's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane, dude. Wow, this guy's played so badly against this Golisopod. But yeah, so Tailwind is +2 speed. If it does +2 speed, is a better max airstream. Why would anyone run max airstream on anything else then? That would be so broken. Yeah, I mean, it would be great. It would be much better than the Ringdor, but it would be so unbalanced, dude. The team has Steelix, Flapple, a Gigalith, I'm guessing, Orbeetle. Dude, that sounds dope. Let's try it out. Once we get to, of course, the Master Ball. Yo, what do? Sword Dancer? I could have just knocked this guy out with a liquidation. Let's see. I think he's got to go for a big earthquake here. Easy Golisopod sweep, boys. Pod Force in town. 4-0. He played it so badly against this guy. He was like, oh boy, damn. He was like, oh boy, that Golisopod is so low HP. It should probably do nothing. Okay. I will change that team as soon as I get to Master Ball. Easy, boys. Easy. 2 rank. So we are against a Tyranitar Excadrill. So this is really good for our Toad Boy, the Blue Power Ranger. And Incineroar is okay. It's not that great though. It kind of dies to Excadrill. He does have a Rotom-Mow, so that's all his grass coverage. So I think we have Goodra at the back. This lead is really good. Do we have the Pod Force at the back? Yeah, the Pod Force at the back is not too bad either, actually. Yeah, let's go with that. Incineroar's okay, but it's not too strong. It's okay though. Depends what he leads with, cause usually Dragon Balls are on clear body. Right, let's go, boys. Let's see if we can get some wins with our Pod Force this season. Oh boy. We can go for a turn 1 Protector, or we can switch straight out into the Goodra. I think the Goodra will be in a much better position because she can start going for Sludge Bombs. Wait a second. This guy should be... Yeah, okay. I could go for a Protect here on the Seismitoad too. However, I feel like there's a Lightning and Flare Blitz going straight into the Corviknight. So I think we could also attack here as well, but I think Goodra is in such a better position here. And we can conserve Toad for the late game as well. He has a really good matchup against Excadrill and Tyranitar, potentially. Okay, Dynamax. I wonder what he goes for. He does go for the Rotom-Mow. So Rotom-Mow actually was really good against my potential lineup lead, because he can either go for the grass or the lightning on the Corviknight, but he chose to go for the grass. So my Goodra just sucked that all up. Yum yum yum. You know, this team is called PODFORCE, but the highlight of the team, in my opinion, is the Corviknight. Yeah, Corviknight is very strong. I think we need to make this team more oriented on the PODFORCE. I mean, the Golisopod has a nice corb into it, but I don't know how to kind of mesh it well with the rest of the team. It's kind of like its own thing. Like the Weezing Golisopod is really strong, but it's kind of its own thing right now. I think we go for a Brave Bird. Do we sack this Corviknight? Or do we switch out into... no, I think we sack it. I'm running out of time. And then we go for a Max Ooze onto the Rotom. This should kill the Rotom, unless he Max Guards. Which is very likely here. I don't think he'll go for a Max Guard though. He could go for Snarls right now though. Very likely. I think my Corviknight set really helps support my team, the Golisopod. But yeah, well, that's a tanky Rotom though. That's a really tanky Rotom. So what I was thinking of this time, we switch out the Corviknight into the Seismitoad for the Max Lightning and the Flare Blitz, which would have been the correct play. It would be the correct play there. And we also get a special attack boost onto it as well. But I was kind of hoping that the Sludge Bomb did a little bit more damage than that. Mimikyu though. I think we set up the Golisopod right now. We're gonna go for first impressions and a Sludge Bomb. Again, Max Ooze. Yeah. And I think that should kill the Rotom. He could Max Guard here if he's feeling scared. He doesn't Max Guard. Oh my Jesus! What the? Holy damage! Holy damage! That was so much damage. I didn't expect that. That worked out better than I expected. No, well, low key, I was expecting. I was expecting first impressions to knock out potentially, but it was like just a tiny bit of hope. It wasn't that much hope that I would knock out there. I still have Tailwind activated, so I'm pretty fast. I could go for a Sucker Punch. Oh, okay. I think I just go for another Max Ooze onto the Mimikyu. I think it does knock out. Go for a Sucker Punch on the Dragapult here. We could also go for a Max Win to guarantee the kill. How about we guarantee the kill on the Dragapult here? Because I do outspeed it with it's a hard decision here. Okay, we're gonna go for it because I do outspeed with the Tailwind up if it's still up. It is the last turn of Tailwind as well. So let's go with that. If he does ally switch shenanigans stuff, this would be really bad. He protected though. I didn't expect that one. But it does chunky damage. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. It's in Sucker Punch range. So my Goodro's at +1 right now, and we can just Sucker Punch this Dragapult down. He has a switch out, but this Mimikyu should be dead here. I don't have Tailwind active, right? No more Tailwind here, so it's best to go for the Mimikyu. Actually, the Mimikyu might be outspeeding me right now though. Should be in range. Yep, it is in range. Perfect. He has no idea what to do about this Golisopod, dude. He's like, why is it doing so much damage? Why does it have so much good priority moves? That's Golisopod for you. And in this situation, I think I'm just gonna conserve. I could switch out, but I don't think I need to, so I just gotta liquidate this Incineroar and Hydro Pump it. We can just preserve our Toad at the back. Oh, boom, boom. Let's see how strong the Golisopod is. Let's see if he takes the last hit. Snarl? Okay. Liquidate. Well, I think it was close. I'm considering running like Aqua Jet on it, but I don't think it's that good, right? Compared to Liquidation, because it does so little damage. Like, I'm running Sucker Punch and First Impressions because it does so chunky damage. Like, its base damage is 120 and Sucker Punch is 70 or 80 or something like that. So that's why I'm running those. Those do a lot of damage, whereas Aqua Jet does like 40 base damage, which is okay, but it's not that good.